Welcome, steppers, to Miss Angela's Power and Height Masterclass. Here we're going to learn how to really shoot up in the air in your jumps and stay lifted with impactful, safe landings. Let's get started. So, if you need a warm up, feel free to follow Miss Angela's basic ballet warm up. But right now, what we're going to do is just some basic ankle rolls because I hoped that you already warmed up yourself. So, we're going to do a few with one foot, a few with the other foot. In this class, we are going to make sure that you are flying in the air when you start your jumps next class. There we go. And to the other side. Excellent. We're going to start with just some hip circles as well here. We want to make sure that all of our joints and our plies, all of those things are ready for our lowerings as we come down from those powerful jumps. We're going to go the other way. Circle, circle. Good job. Excellent. So a lot of people don't realize, but it's not just your legs that are going to get you up in that air, okay? It's actually going to be your posture. It's going to be your feet. It's going to be your legs as well, and even your arms. Good. Making sure we're getting that nice stretch up the front of the thigh here. Excellent. Holding it there. Shake it out a little bit. And a little stretch up the other thigh. Good. Hold it there. Here we go. I'm so excited to get started. Jumps was always my absolute favorite while growing up in the ballet world. Here we are. And I hope that you're already warm, like I said before, so let's get started. I'm using a chair here, so feel free to use your chairs at home as well, or even a countertop. We are going to start with some very basic plies to really work on our landings. So we're pulled up nice and tall, pulled up in those legs, not relaxed, pulled up, and we are going to plie one, really turning out those legs, making sure that our knees are over our toes, our pelvis is engaged. All of these things are essential as we are doing those big, powerful jumps. We have to make sure we have those safe landings, as I was saying, to prevent any kind of injuries in the future. Good. Let's do one more. And we're up. We are going to open up to second position. Good. And we demi. And we rise. And we demi. And we rise. Turning out those thighs. Yes. Knees over toes. And let's get a good grand in there. Good. Excellent. We're going to point that foot and close into first. What we're going to do is we are going to tendu devant, tendu to the front. There we go. And we are going to go to our demi point and point, demi point, demi point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Into the side and point, turning it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. We're going to do the other side. There we go. Pulled up nice and tall. We point and we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Da, 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 da. It's always good to have really strong toes even. They're going to help you in your point work, and they're actually going to help you take off in your jumps. So we're going to move on to a really pressurized tendu front. There we go. And we're going to close with straight legs. The pressure on the floor is to help you in some of those brush jumps. Not every jump is in a développé. Some of them you need to brush to get in the air. So it's excellent to master that tendu. Without a master tanju, you're not going to have good extensions. You're going to struggle with some of your leaps. All of these little tedious exercises that your teachers have you do at the bar are actually building blocks for those bigger leaps and bigger steps. Good. Let's do one more. Pressure on the floor and close. Feel free to do that on the other side. There we go. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Excellent. So I've put away my bar, and now we're going to start getting into some leaps. So what we are going to do, it's okay if our legs are turned in for this one. We are going to, I'm going to turn mine out. We are going to glissade and leap. Good. Glissade and leap. What we have to do here, making sure that our toes are pointed under us. Yes? Point those toes fully under you. Stabilize those muscles. There you are. Whoop, stabilize those muscles. Holding that arm in a first position is going to help, making sure that your core is engaged. Excellent. Only a few more. There we go. Whew. Take a sip of water if you need to after that. Excellent. And now what we're going to do besides the glisse is we are just going to stand on one foot this time. Doesn't have to be turned out. Hands in first or at your waist. Plie. And we're going to leap. One. Good. Soft, controlled landing. There you go. 3. Excellent. Other leg. 1, 2, and 3. As you're landing in your jumps, I want you to make sure you're going through your toes. You never want to be landing hard on your heel like an elephant. Here we're ballerinas, we are dancers. Therefore, we have the strength in our feet to really work through that landing so we don't flop down. Yes? There we go. Plie, stay low. Excellent. So what we're going to do next is we are going to do some pulses. We're going to go into second position and we are going to hold it here. We're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there. And now from there, we are going to bring our hips and our shoulders to the side wall to a lunge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Bring it center and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pelvis is engaged, I hope. There we go. And center. From here now, we're going to turn in those feet, bring them in so they're just shoulder width apart. And we are going to pulse twice and jump. Good. Open a second. Jump. And parallel. And jump. Second. And jump. Every time we are jumping, I am pointing those toes under me, yes? Pushing off the floor, using those toes. Utilize every muscle in that body to get higher, yes? Good, we're almost there. Let's do one more. Make sure you're breathing. Excellent. Take some water. So we've warmed up those legs. We've done some strength training. Feel free to keep those up. We are going to move into some small sautés. First position, we are going to go for 8 of them. Hands on the waist or in first. I encourage you to try first. Pulled up nice and tall. We're going to plie, knees over toes. Landing is essential. There we go. Push off the floor with those toes. 4, push those toes. And there we go. Relax. Shake it out. Now we're going to do parallel. This time, instead of focusing on your turnout and your toes pushing, only focus on those toes pushing off the floor. Those are really gonna help you in your petit jumps and also your grand jumps. Ready? And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we are going to do those sautés again, only 4, but we're going to be landing in second, okay? So I'll show you. We are going to plie. Arms are going to come up to fifth and open to second. Close. Fifth, close. Good. The reason why we are doing this is because our arms, our toes, and pulling up is going to help us get higher in the air. Excellent. So we've just done some of those crazy jumps. Good job, everyone. We're going to take a moment just to do some learning. So proper alignment in your jumps is going to come from here as well. It's hard to get your leg up in the air in those jetés if you're dropped here in your pelvis. Try to lift your leg. It's a lot harder to lift your leg forward if you're dropped forward. Look how much easier that is. See? There we go. So in your leaps, in your jumps, make sure this is held up. Your long neck is reaching for the sky, which is where you want to go when you jump. There are leaps taking off from the spot. There are leaps taken off from a big prep. But when you master the power in your feet and legs, then you can take off just on the spot like this. Good job, steppers. That was Miss Angela's Power and Height Masterclass. You guys did excellent. Feel free to keep using these exercises. Go for longer, go harder, and you're going to get higher. Can't wait to see you guys next time.